So the ICH question, I'm actually working with one of my PhD graduates who is doing a postdoc with me right now to look at, because really we have great data on increased intracranial pressure and putting the head of the bed up at 30 degrees as something that should be considered. But we haven't looked at it specifically, for example, in an ICH patient population. And so this is some work that she's been pursuing, and she's done a lot of very nice studies preliminarily to help us understand the number of patients that we would need and the potential effect and the best way to measure outcome. I do think that studies like this really require a proximal outcome. To try and say that you're not going to do anything and then just wait and look at the patient in 90 days, I think really doesn't help us much. You know, patients over a 90-day period change for a number of different reasons. And while it's interesting, this is not a drug trial. It's something that is, you know, procedural, that can aid ongoing treatments for stroke. So again, not treatments, but just procedural maneuvers that can help to keep patients safe. And really the only way to really get at that information on, are you keeping the patient safe? Are they best advantaged during this time, is to look at outcome with serial measures very proximally. So we hope to be able to answer that question about ICH at some point in the near future. We're doing additional safety work right now. And we'll hopefully know that how best to proceed in the very near future. In regard to small vessel occlusion stroke, in our preliminary pilots and that of others, there's really not been a signal that this would make a difference. So perhaps in those patients, it's, you know, less beneficial. Certainly it's worthwhile to consider looking at that again in more detail in the future.